Hello and welcome back to Breaking the Mould. It's been an eventful few days in between the last episode and now. I've played quite a few games, to be fair, and we are looking absolutely unbelievable. So we have played some matches. After the 1-0 loss to Valencia, I have gone through and got right through to the Bayern game, which is going to be a big one. We beat Dusseldorf 4-1, Askashibar, Werner, Upamecano and Konate. We beat Borussia Dortmund 2-1, Werner and Campbell. We beat Augsburg 4-1, Upamecano and a Werner hat-trick. We then had a pre-season friendly against Heracles because, not pre-season, mid-season friendly against Heracles to try and keep players match fit. We won 2-0 against Union Berlin, Werner and Poulsen. We had a bit of a disappointing draw against Eintracht Frankfurt, but that didn't knock us back too far. We beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 4-0, and Pardew, Campbell, Poulsen and Schick with the goals there. And then spanked Dynamo Dresden 5-1. Schick, 2 for Luckman, 1 for Konate, and 1 for Halstenberg. And that was a pretty much completely changed team if you look at the lineup there. I made no substitutions and just rested some players because today we've got Bayern Munich and I needed some players fully fit. We're now 5 points behind Bayern. They've been slipping up as well, so things are going well. And obviously today, if we beat them, we can close that gap to 2 points. We're 5 points clear of Wolfsburg, and looking comfortable. I've also got through the January transfer window. He's still here! He didn't leave. Bayern didn't put a bid in. They lost interest for some reason. I have tried to offer him contracts since. He's still not interested. Well, he is interested, but he wants too much money. I just can't offer him it, but he didn't leave, so transfer window was pretty quiet. I've not brought anyone in, just still as it was, but I've let some players leave. So Talabidi, first of all, is a youngster. He's gone out to Darmstadt for 130k. I've got a 40% of any profit that they make on him, but he just weren't going to make it. I think he'll like a 2.5 star, 2 star. So I'll let him leave. Mukiel's gone out to Mönchengladbach on loan. I did make a bit of a boo-boo and allow him to play against us. They can play against their own team. But he did play against us and we beat them. So, never mind. So he's gone to get some games. He's only 22. I'm hoping that he can develop and come back and maybe get into the team next year. Then Frederick Jakiel is another youngster that's gone out. He was only... Well, he was 3.5 star. Still not going to develop. I'm only in this for 5 years, so I never saw him actually getting anywhere. He's another one that we've got a buyback percentage in, so we'll let him go as well. He went for 450k. Anton Rook has gone for 10k. He was out of contract, but apparently with FM20, if a club comes in for a player that's out of contract at the end of the season and he signs, you get the option to sell them now. So rather than him rotting around, I offered them the opportunity to take him for 10k. I mean, it's 10k in my money and it gets him off of our wage bill a bit sooner, so happy with that. Oliver Bias is another youngster. He's gone out to Borussia Dortmund, who they've dropped him straight down into the second team and is being put on a loan list. So he's gone for 1.4 million. Again, another buyback clause. I've let Luan Candido go out on loan so he can get some games because I want him to develop. He's got very good potential, and I'm hoping that if he can get some games, I'll be able to play him. I was only playing him in the cup matches, but there's not enough of them to come round for him to develop quick enough. Max Winter, again, another youngster. He was 2.5 star, never going to develop. Got 54k for him. And this is the big one. Sold Willy Orban to Borussia Dortmund for 15 million. Now, he's a good defender, but I think I've got better options. He's at his potential. He's not going to get any better than 3 star. Upamecano's already 3 star, a lot younger, and has got 5 star potential. So this guy's 27, as good as he is, when they come knocking on the door with 15 million, could not decline that. And Konate has been wanting some first team football, so that gives him the chance to get that. We've also let Tom Kraus go out on loan to Darmstadt, and he is starting to really develop well, so he needed some games. I weren't going to give him them at Leipzig because I'm trying to challenge for, obviously, the title. So he's gone out. He's Bundesliga 2 level, and he's 4.5 star. So hopefully he can crack on at Darmstadt this year and do well. Like I say, no one's come in. I do have some offers made and deals agreed. Matthias Makoviak is joining on the 1st of July. He's a youth. He's not very good at the minute, but no, sorry, he's going out. My bad. Yeah, he's leaving. He's leaving on the 1st of July. Maybe if I filtered this would make life easier. There we go. I've got an offer in for this young lad at Boca. I had an offer rejected for this young lad at Flamengo, and I've made a bid for a guy at Bochum. I'll not show you them until anything's agreed, because it just get hopes up. People wanted Lehmer on loan, but they weren't willing to pay his wages, so I've declined that. And that's been pretty much a roundup of the January transfer window. I've got 7 million in the bank. Finances are looking better. We're under the wage bill by quite a lot, so I'm hoping that in the summer I can maybe tie Werner down. Not that physically, that'd just be wrong, but you know what I mean. Time to longer term deal. I've got a couple more on the transfer list that I'm not wanting. Liverpool and Manchester United were both interested in Sabitzer, but neither put a bid in. If they had, I'd have let him go. And that's pretty much it. I do have a very small squad now, which I need to sort of bulk up, but I've got irons in the fires. So today we have the big match against Bayern Munich. Hopefully we can win and close that gap down to 2 points. If we lose, the gap will go back to 8, and I would pretty much say that's our title challenge over with. There's not a great deal of games left. What do you play? I think it's Bundesliga rules, matches. Yeah, 34. So yeah, there's only 14 games left. There'll be 13 after this. If we lose, I would fancy that to be over with. So I have to settle for second then. This should keep the dream alive. So look at the first team. Kehra's slightly injured. He's returning to full training tomorrow, so I'll give Klosterman a start. That's not ideal, but they're now my first choice centre-back pairing, with Orban leaving. Sirachi is my first choice left-back, although Halstenberg is slightly better, so he's got on good form as well. Hadara's still not picked this role up very quickly yet, and even though he wants the games, he needs to start learning that fast. Apart from that, squad's not big enough for me to rotate too much, so it is what it is. Let's go into this game hoping and praying. Go out and prove a point, lads. Let's take this, close this gap to 2 points, and push them right to the end. Immediately Bayern on the attack, and he's gone down and they've given a penalty. So it's Lewandowski stepping up. I don't fancy him missing. Oh, he has! Golashi saved it. What a boy. What a boy. And he saved the corner as well. Golashi, I love you. Bayern missed a penalty in the first 6 minutes. Now things are going a little quiet. Here we go. Klosterman with a throw. Kanate to bring it forward. They're playing it dangerous. You can't do that against a team like Bayern. Ooh, he dove in at Coutinho. Lewandowski, but it's saved by Golashi. Bayern with another corner. So far we've not had an attack. Thiago, and it's over the bar from Kimmich. I'm happy with that. Pretty Golashi's doing well. Thiago's to whip a free kick in. No, he's not. He's played it to Coutinho. He's played it back to him. And Haidara picks his pocket. Now Werner's clear. He's one-on-one with the keeper. And he's fluffed it. See, this is why Bayern didn't want to buy you, Timo. This is your chance to prove yourself. don't prove yourself until I've got that minimum fee release clause either removed or increased. And Goretzka's got the opening goal. 1-0 down. I'm going to go for the demand more. I don't need to see that again. It focuses. It seems to be working now. I've done it every game where we've gone behind. So it's a goal kick for Bayern. Plays it short. Put some pressure on. Kimmich down the line to Coman. Back to Goretzka. Thiago. Played it through. Talisso's playing it on. Coman's on running forward. My words are making no sense, but Klosterman's cleared it as far as their defence. And Coutinho's going to get on to the end of that. Well in Klosterman. Kinda. Klosterman does not feel very confident. I might have to look at some fullbacks in summer. 1-0 down at half time. He wants to appreciate the efforts. I want to see a much better showing in the second half. At minimum, I need a draw, so the gap don't get any bigger. Alaba down to Muller. Alaba's coming inside, and he plays it back to Kimmich, who plays it out, and Muller's in, and it's 2-0. Oh, that was too easy. That's what they were missing when they were out injured. Could he have not stayed injured? Got a big job on you now, lads. Werner's back defending. The problem is now, if we clear it, there's no one up front. Coman, good save by Galacci. Come on, boys. If we're going to get one, we need to get it soon. Talisso's header is over the bar. Come on. Here we are, Alstenberg with the throw. It's a long one into the box. Werner on the end of it, but it's cleared. And now Bayern come again. Upamecano with a great tackle. But a poor pass. This is the only problem with our team. The passing is really, really poor. Hidara, again, loose ball. He's very careless in possession. Coutinho makes it through. Me thinks that's game over. Show some passion. This has been too easy for him. Right. Look, you're coming off. Neither of my strikers are doing anything. But I think Schick's injured. Alstenberg can come off because he's been booked. Too easy, boys, too easy. Now, barring something drastic, I would say they've won the league now. They're going to have to slip up severely, and I can't see them doing it. Don't let them get another. They don't deserve 4. They have. They've got 4. I started this episode by saying how unbelievable we were looking, and we've literally just rolled over and let Bayern walk all over us. I don't appreciate their efforts. I'm going to be assertive and tell them I'm not happy, because that was terrible. 4-0. Meant to be the second best team in the league. Apparently Dem got one over on us. I don't think he played that well. I barely saw him, but... Oh well, put that disappointment behind us. We shall move on to the Atalanta game in the Champions League. Well, we're back for the Champions League game. I played one match in between, which was Wolfsburg in the league, which we managed to just scrape 1-0. Not the most vintage of performances, but the result is all that matters. And on a positive note, Bayern slipped up and drew a game, so now the gap is only 6 points. And we're now 7 clear of third place as well, so we're pretty much breaking it down into these top 2 now. So we can still push them, it just means we're going to be relying on a few extra favours from people. what we need to do is hope that they've got some tough games coming up. Paderborn, not really. They've got a couple. See if they get through Champions League against Chelsea. That might be a distraction. But the main thing for us now is beating Atalanta and getting through the Champions League ourselves. We do have a bit of a selection headache. It's not ideal. Askashibar and Campbell are both suspended. Obviously, he's not registered. Don't even know why he's on the bench. Forsberg's only recommended 45 minutes, but he can go on the bench anyway. Kerr is suspended, so Adams can go on. Then in midfield, I think it's going to be Pardew and Sabitzer. And Wolf and Holstenberg. So that's going to be my team for the first leg against Atalanta. We're at home first, so the main thing for me is not conceding. Poulsen's back to full fitness, so he can go back on as well. I think that's the team as it should be. Zapata up front. Duven Zapata. Simon Kerr. I recognise that name. I've probably signed him on a previous Football Manager. I just recognise the name. Right. So as I said, main thing for me is not conceding. Obviously winning would be good, but just don't let them get an away goal, really, is the main thing. We could go into the second leg at 0-0 and only need to score one then. Upamecano, that would have put a pass. It's a good job Srirachi were there. He's been tackled by Ilčić, who's cleared it as far as Klosterman. Pardew through to Sabitzer. It's a save from the keeper. I think he probably should have squared that. Real Madrid are already 1-0 up against Man City. And ironically, the Champions League draw real life's just taken place, and those two have got each other. Lookman now, he's tackled and it's cleared. Kanate is picking up the loose ball. Sabitzer with a lovely little back heel to Klosterman, who whips in across. It's deep. Srirachi's on the end of it, plays his cross, and Werner with a simple tap in to make it 1-0. 10 minutes gone, and Madrid are 2-0 up. Definitely think by finishing second we got the easier run in the group. Sabitzer is tackled. Atalanta coming clear now. Gomez bringing it forward. He got 4 men to take on, so he just decided to shoot from long range. I'm happy with that. Srirachi now with a long throw. Werner's on the end of it. It's come out to Lookman. Srirachi again. Another good ball across to Werner, and it's a good save this time from Golini. Sabitzer with the corner. It's short to Haidara. Srirachi now. It's pouncing around, but Haidara's got on the end of it, and he's finished it brilliantly. 2-0 up after 23 minutes. Can't complain at that at all. That's what we want to see. We've been dominant. That's a hopeful ball forward. Kolashi with an easy pick up. Pass it out to Klosterman, who oofs it forward to Werner, who's one-on-one with the keeper and fluffs his lines. I don't score a lot of one-on-ones in this game, I've noticed. Atalanta have managed a total of 1 shot in this first half, to our 12. And it's 2-0 at half time. Pretty straightforward first half so far. Let's hope we can carry this on into the second. If we can keep a clean sheet, I'll be ecstatic. That's Sabitzer with a free kick. Is he going to whip it in or shoot? He's gone for the net. Is it the post? Poulsen follows up with a rebound, and it's 3-0. They are being carved apart far too easily. this is why I was happy I got this draw. It's 55 minutes, 3-0 up. I might now start thinking about resting some players for the league. Lookman, Srirachi. It's a good cross. Hadara's on the end of it. Back out to Srirachi, who just hits the first man. And now Atalanta are coming forward. Hopeful ball forward, met by Duvan. It's a good save though. He's offside anyway. Klosterman with the throw. Sabitzer now picking up the loose ball, playing it back to Klosterman, plays it through to Sabitzer, tries to piss it through to Werner. The keeper and the defender have confused each other. Right, let's have a look at some resting some players then, and give Lookman off Forsberg some match fitness. May give Tyler Adams a game, and then see how we go. I don't want to make that last substitution just in case we get an injury. Srirachi's driving forward. The defence just opened up wide for him, but he couldn't quite finish it off. This has been a good performance. Last 10 minutes, I'm going to risk this last substitution now. Get Srirachi off. I'll give Alstenberg 10 minutes. Atalanta with a free kick. Please don't concede an away goal. Oh dear me. We're looking comfortable at 3-0. Now they've got an away goal. They'll need to beat us by 2 at home. Alstenberg's winding up for a long throw. Doesn't even make it to Forsberg. And now the clear again. Surely not. Oh my Jesus, what's going on? What? They've just fallen apart in the last 5 minutes. We were 3-0 up, we were comfortable. And then we just fell apart. So now they've got 2 away goals going into the second leg. And all they need to beat is 1-0. I'm not praising people anymore because they just get a face on. So we've got Bundesliga game against Schalke. Scroll right down, that's really annoying, it goes back to the top. Then we've got Leverkusen twice. Then we come back for Wolfsburg and Atlanta and Freiburg. Wolfsburg are 4th, Freiburg are 13th, Leverkusen are 9th. So we'll come back for Wolfsburg and Atlanta, I believe, in the next episode. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel and want to see some more FM20 content, then please do consider subscribing.